Ever since that fateful day, when we managed to close the gate to the Upside Down and banish the Mind Flayer, life in our little town of Hawkins had returned to a somewhat normal routine. We thought we had put all the darkness behind us. But, as I'd come to find out, we were wrong. It was a typical Saturday night, and I was alone at home. Mom had gone out with her friends from the book club, and Susie was with her family in Utah. I found solace in the humming of my radio transmitter, a makeshift device that I had been tirelessly working on. The hum of the transmitter filled the otherwise silent house as I carefully adjusted the frequency, tuning in to catch any potential signals from distant radio operators. Suddenly, I heard something.
It's calling. Calling.
It was faint at first, almost lost amidst the static, but there was no mistaking it, a whisper.
It's calling. Calling.
A shiver ran down my spine, the hair on the back of my neck standing on end. That voice. It was eerily familiar. It held the same terrifying, guttural undertones we had heard from the Mind Flayer. Attempting to reassure myself, I brushed it off as my imagination, a result of too many hours spent hunched over the radio. But then, the voice grew louder, more insistent, as if coming from the deepest, darkest crevices of the Upside Down. But how could that be? We had sealed the gate. Just as panic began to set in, the lights in the house started to flicker. A gust of icy wind swept through the room, reminiscent of the cold, deathly winds that blew through the desolate landscape of the Upside Down. My radio crackled to life again, the voice now a deafening growl.
It's calling. It's coming.
Heart pounding, I rushed to the telephone to call Mike, or Lucas. Even Will. Anyone who could help. But the line was dead. All I could hear was the continuous sound of the dial tone, an unnerving reminder of my isolation. Before I could comprehend what was happening, the room plunged into pitch black. The only source of light was the eerie green glow of the radio transmitter. As I squinted through the darkness, I heard a terrifying sound that sent waves of fear coursing through me. It was a heavy, dragging noise coming from the floorboards, as though a large creature was slowly moving towards me. A low, threatening growl echoed around the room, and a sinister presence filled the space. I felt it right behind me, its chilling breath against my neck. I turned slowly, my heart hammering in my chest. There, in the dim green glow of the radio, stood a towering shadowy figure. Its sharp, pointed teeth glistened in the half-light. A demogorgon, right here in my living room. I was petrified. I couldn't scream, couldn't move, couldn't think. All I could do was watch as the demogorgon moved closer, the putrid stench of decay filling my nostrils. Suddenly, as if a switch had been flipped, the lights flickered back on. The figure vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving me alone in the brightly lit room. The radio fell silent, the voice no longer echoing through the speakers. It was as if nothing had happened. But I knew. I knew what I had seen. I knew what I had heard. Something from the Upside Down was calling, and it was coming for us. We thought we were safe, that we had won the battle. But now I know the war was far from over. And this time, it wasn't going to be easy to stop.